So now we will start with our planned texture painting. So here I have the planned UV. As before, you can see on the left side we have the stem, and on the right side we have the leaves, and here we will be adding the texture for the leaves. So here in Photoshop I am going to add a new layer. I'll just lock the UV as well as the background here. And if you check in the concept image, you can see we actually have the leaves almost similar. That's the reason we actually stacked up all the planes together. So we'll need to texture it one time, and in 3D while rendering we'll be able to change the rotation, scaling and all of that things, and we will get a different result while rendering. So like I said before, we will be using some alpha channel in order to render the transparency of our leaf. So before starting that, first let's actually start creating our leaf. So here basically we have to start with the stem color. So I'll just randomly select I'll just select this color, and after that in the new layer, for the stem we will just add that selected color as the base color. Once that is done, in the colors itself we will just slightly shift the hue. After that we'll just color it on the top of our stem, and currently I'm actually using mouse for the texture painting, and if you are comfortable with the mouse itself you can use that only, or if you want to use pen tab or a digital tab or something like that, you can use that also. So for now I am just using mouse in order to do the texturing. And for the stem also we have to add some kind of designs and all. So what I'll do is I'll just add some random dots, or you can have a textured brush or something like that. Here for example I have something some special effect brushes, so I can just randomly click here and there, and I'll be able to add some texture to the stem. So this is an easy way. Now you can see we have some random texture colors and all on the stem, and that will be a good way of adding some textures in the in our UV painting and all. So the next thing is you can actually add the same textures on the top also. This time we'll just select the other color, and we'll add some textures here also. So once that is done, now we will be able to focus on our leaf. So in the leaf itself I am going to use the pen tool in order to create the basic leaf shape. So this is our tip. This is the tip of the leaf, and this part will be connected to the stem itself. So we will start with the pen tool, and we will just reference the image, and so this is our basic shape for the leaf. And once that is done, you can actually edit the pen path, and we can actually refine the image much more closely in order to create a perfect shape. So for now I'll just stick with this particular design, and once that is done, you can just press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard to add a selection, and you can just select the brush tool, and from the concept image itself we will just reference some of the colors. So we will start with the yellow, and we'll just add that yellow as the base, and then we will just select the orange, and we will just add the orange in the corners, like so. And once that is done, we will just select the base color from the stem model itself, and we'll just make the brush really big, and we'll just click it one or two times to add that gradient effect. So once that is done, the next thing is we have to focus on adding that extra lines and extra designs. So at this point you can actually change the design of leaf however you want. For now I'll just stick with the concept image itself, and I'll add some dots here and there, random dots. Okay, so that is our basic leaf design. After that I'll add some lines and other things in order to add the details. So after you completed the entire design, the next thing what you have to focus on is you have to make a duplicate of that particular layer which we actually created here for the leaf, and only for the leaf you have to create that. So I'll just separate the stem and the leaf into separate, and once that is done, we'll just make a duplicate of the leaf layer by pressing Ctrl J, and this layer will just make the fill color white. So here now we have a layer with the exact shape of our leaf with the white color solid. And for the background we will add a separate layer, and this layer we will make it black. So this is our alpha channel, and after that you can just merge that layer, and so this is our basic texture layer with the colors and all that things. And after that we have an alpha channel which will have a white color for the object we want to be visible properly, and all the transparent areas will have the black color. So this way when we actually add the texture we will get this exact colors and all. After that, in order to remove the outside area which we need to be transparent, that time we will add the alpha channel, and the entire area which will have the black color will be transparent, and the white area will have the textures also. So this is how we will achieve a transparency in Maya software while rendering the output. So after creating this thing, you can just save this layer. We will save this layer as a texture in Photoshop native format, and the second one, the black and white, we will save it as alpha channel, which you can save in any of the image format. For now I'll just stick with the PNG, and I'll just put a plant underscore alpha. Once you save that the final image, so now we actually completed the texturing for the plant. So after this you can actually always go back and add more details inside the texture painting and all. And once you completed that, you can actually start adding that textures to our object. And while rendering also we can add extra details, we can remove or add details. So it's actually always a ongoing process. You can actually always improve the texturing that way. So for now we will just stick with this basic design, and in the next few videos we will finish up the entire texture painting, and in Maya software we'll start shading as well as the final rendering process. So I'll see you guys in the next video.